I think I broke it. Is this thing got a warranty? Oh man. Hope these fit. This is supposed to be for the F100. I'm gonna get rid of the flexi hose. I've been looking at this stuff for forever and just never got around to doing it. Again, Pegasus Auto, some hose clamps. Bought a couple different pieces. Should have gotten a long piece as well, but I think we're gonna go out there and put this on there. We'll figure it out. All right, this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go ahead and kind of go back to basics here. It's been probably a year since I worked on this truck. Just kind of got fed up and exhausted by it. Honestly, it's a long project. Started probably in 2015, I think, is when I got it sent out from Washington State to New Jersey, and then obviously I moved from New Jersey to Virginia 5 years ago, actually this month. So it's come a long way, as you know, but I've got a lot of things to figure out. I had this weird ticking noise, and it's hard to hear it in the videos. I had this tick, and it made me think of a valve, right? You know, just a valve ticking back and forth. But then looking around, and I'm wondering, so this is the exhaust flapper, right? And that thing has not worked correctly. It was missing when I bought the truck, and I can move it. So maybe I need to rewire this, but then it's moving, so am I getting exhaust gases like popping out of here? Could explain a lot, because there's probably no bushing, which if I'm going to do this, I might just rip this thing out, plug it. So I might do that. I'm going to go ahead and also wire up my electric fan. I'm going to I took the mechanical fan off a long time ago. That felt a little chucky. Actually, okay, that's just the water that's left over. Alright, what's going on? That goes here. I bought the hoses. This one's gonna work, so I'm gonna configure this to fit instead of having a flexi hose. So this guy, there's a bridge between the two, and then this guy will fit there. Clamp it down, let it go. I might take the head off, I'm not sure. I kind of just want to go back to basic and see what's going on here, and then I'm definitely going to rewire or re-plumb my fuel line. This was only a temporary that I had sitting out here, and I also have an electric fuel pump that I have halfway put in, and I just never got around to finishing it, so I think I'm gonna do that. Anyway, I'll take you along for the ride here. I forgot we had to jack up the engine and take off the front engine mount to get the harmonic balancer off. I forgot, so I'm cranking down on it. I'm like, man, why is this not moving? So I took it down. Here is another thing that I, in my haste to put together, did not notice, and I've got a nice little dent right about here. So what that did is it kind of really screwed this seal up, so it made it ride weird. And yep, gotta fix that too. I don't know if I can fix this one. I might be able to just get a parts piece from somebody else and replace this one. We'll see. Yeah, this thing is, look, barely even holding together. No wonder why I was leaking up front. Let's see if I can show you this without blinding you by the light here. Took the water pump off. Don't look too bad. There is some chunky stuff in here though. Don't know what it is. It's probably just stuff from inside the engine block. So anyway, let me start getting the carburetor off. Exhaust, head, Obviously the coil is going to come off. I did buy a new distributor. This is a very, very used one. So I bought a new one. I never sent back a core because whatever, extra $100, fine. But I might give that a shot too. I swear I've had this thing off like 5 times, but I need to be sure I'm doing the right thing, so off it goes, off with its head. Is like 6 foot tall, because then I wouldn't have to stand on the stupid ladder and bust my head on the hood. Had I don't know, you know, the old hood setup was taller. This one I can flip it down to the front, but then I've got to climb over the top of the fender to get into the engine. So I don't know, we'll see both of that here. Let me get the carburetor off. Alright, let's see what I got. So weirdly, number 3 is extremely wet. Oil pooled on the head right about here as I picked it up. So that is intake, exhaust. No, exhaust, intake, intake, exhaust. That is on the exhaust side. Did I skip a bolt? But everything was tight. And maybe the head looks fine. Guess I should have brought a ruler up here to check to make sure that this head was straight, but I'm going to take this gasket off. Obviously can't use it again, and try to wipe up some of this and see what's going on. I'm going to roll this over. Alright, I'm setting up the distributor. This is the new one. Obviously I had to take the oil cup and all the guts and move it, because this is a electronic, and I took the condenser out of this one and I've got it in the cab. Anyway, I wanted to show you what I saw. So the diaphragm works because I remember replacing that, but listen to the end play here. Oh, here's the new one. I need 2 hands for this. You won't hear hardly anything. Old one. So anyway, I'm gonna see about getting this one sent back for my core charge. It was like $100. So National Parts Depot actually had this. I was surprised. Well, that could be problematic. I'm actually missing a gasket in here. I'm trying to reach back years, so this might actually be my problem. But we're taking a diagnosis of everything, so okay. This is my intake manifold. Here's my exhaust. So it does. Hang on a second, let me put this down. No gasket. And I need to wire this or replace everything because it's super loose. It should be down so everything goes straight to the exhaust. This is just like on the Jeep, it's just a flapper valve. I have a spring that goes here, but this thing is so corroded and gone, so I need to try to rewire this. Alright, gonna pull the pistons here. Anyway, I was looking at the damper here. I was wondering if I had a 215 Ford crank, or do I have the wrong damper here, because the marks are here and we're at top dead center right now on number 1. So no way in heck that this damper would actually fit for this engine. But the crank fits. Pistons are, you know, I brought all that down to the machine shop like 5 years ago. So either way, I'm going to pop the pistons out. I'm going to check the gaps. I'm going to check the rings. Just make sure that the gaps aren't lined up together, you know, in a line. They got to be separate. And you never know what I did at 10 o'clock at night 5 years ago trying to put this thing together in a hurry. I'm hoping I have a solution soon. Head is down at the machine shop here locally to go get checked for guides and seals. Alright, so all the pistons are out. They're a little bit dirty because of the assembly lube that I had on it, and obviously we didn't even really get that many hours on it before I kissed the piston with the exhaust valve. So, alright, all these move very nicely on the wrist pins. I'm surprised that I didn't have any other issues. The cylinder liners, they look fine. You know, the cylinders, they look fine. Bearings look okay. But all of the others work fine. Number 1 does not. And we're going back in ancient history here. I want to say 3 years ago. Probably April time frame. Somewhere around there. Dropped the exhaust valve into the crown. You can see that little blemish there. So I think what happened, when that happened, this thing dropped, got stuck in the guide right here, which you can see a crack. So the valve dropped into the crown made contact, then it jammed it, kind of like when you jam your toe after you walk in the middle of the night and hit it on the coffee table. It's gonna hurt. So here we are. She took a hit. Maybe I can get down to the machine shop with this guy too, so we'll see. Okay, and like that, folks, we're gonna call it quits for the day. I can't really do much else. It's getting dark out. It's like, I don't know, 8, 9 o'clock. Sun's about ready to go down, and I gotta work tomorrow. So it's been a few years, not gonna lie, had to take a break from Shipwrecked, right? Because, you know, I kind of fixate on certain projects, get going on it, and then something happens and I just hyper focus on something else. So we had to take a break. I'm glad I did, because now I'm back to basics here, checking out the things I didn't look at before, because, you know, the definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over again and just never getting to the right outcome. You know, you're just doing it over and over again, expecting the same, or expecting something to change, and it never did. So here we are. I am expecting something to change now because we went back to basics. Down to bare block right now. Go talk to the machine shop about my head and find out if any of the guides and the seals and everything, all the valves, if they're fine. I'm sure they might be, but that machine shop that had all this work done years ago is no longer in service. So we're it. Okay, I'm going to post this up. There will be a part 2 when I get all this stuff back and we put it back together. But I don't know how long it's going to be, so hang tight with me, guys. I'll get back to one of these projects one of these days. Have a good one. Enjoy your summer. See you later.